Take me anywhere that you want. I don't even care if we come back again. And as long as the stars are shining above us, then I just wanna be where you are. I don't wanna close my eyes, then I might miss a moment of you. And as long as the sun shines upon us, and I just wanna be where you are.
So I turned 44 years old yesterday, and even though I'm firmly, mid-40s at this point, and I've been in my 40s for several years now, in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm having midlife crises all the time. And I've talked about this on this channel before, but just in the sense that, even though I'm happy, even though I like the things that I do, even though I like a lot of the things that I've done in my life, there's always that nagging little feeling that's just like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing all that I could be doing? Am I doing all that I should be doing? And I know these are all ways of asking the same question. And I know a lot of the answers are going to be, well, what do you want to do? and I know a lot of the answers are going to be, there is no should a lot of the time when it comes to these kinds of questions. And the answers really do come down to, what do I feel like God wants me to be doing? And am I fulfilling my purpose in terms of just being a good, productive human being? And I know these are nagging questions oftentimes that people just have in their 40s, I feel like I've been having these kind of questions in my life even since I was in my 20s. But I don't know what it is. In turning 44, these kind of questions have been rearing themselves in my life again lately. And not in a sad way. It's kind of weird. Not in a sad way, but just kind of in a, almost in a hopeful way. I'm 44, and in some people's minds that might be thinking, oh, you're so old, especially if you're younger. I'm sure I would have thought the same thing whenever I was in my 20s. But it's not in a I'm so old kind of way. It's more kind of in a I'm only halfway possibly done with my life kind of way. And we don't know, obviously, how old we're going to be when we die. We don't know that. So, it could be more than half, could be less than half. We don't know. But I'm firmly in my, middle years or middle ages. Middle ages. I'm firmly middle-aged, right? And I possibly could have just as many years as I've lived so far. And so, in a hopeful kind of way, I kind of think, what do I want to do with the second half of my life? And not because I'm negative about what I've done so far, but more kind of like, I have just as many years possibly as I've lived so far, and that's a lot of years. I'm thinking back on my life, and that's quite a few years. And we really have an abundance of opportunities in life. And in some ways, I'm more set up to do whatever I want in my second half than I was with my first half. And that's a really cool thought in a way. I grew up in a middle class family, and I was very, very fortunate in that regard. Even though I'm not sure from my parents' perspective if they would have considered them poor or not, I don't know. They never talked about how we were lacking, and I never really felt like I was lacking. So, we weren't a rich family, but we had everything that we needed. That being said, we also didn't have everything possibly that we wanted. I used to joke with my mom that if I ever made a lot of money in my adult working years, that I would come home and give her a big bag of money, a big trash bag full of money. So there was definitely that sense of when I was growing up that, money was something that we needed more of, because that was kind of my thought, or I don't know if I used it as a joke or if I was serious about it. I'm not sure. I just remember saying it. So there was certainly the attitude of we could have a little bit more, right? Now that being said, now that I'm in my 40s, we're still not rich, although we're definitely, I don't want to get into the specifics about it, but we have everything that we need, and we could get anything that if we wanted to save up for something, we can get anything that we wanted. And I'm thinking about, in terms of the future, like, I have the opportunity, my second half of my life, possibly, we don't know, once again, how long that's going to be, but just to do whatever I want. I mean, obviously, I'm not like a billionaire or millionaire or anything like that, but knowing what I know in terms of like how money works and like, the opportunities that we have and being able to save, because I've always been frugal, I really could do whatever I wanted in this second half of my life, possibly. And that's a very inspiring thing in a lot of ways. Like, I could do whatever I want. And yet at the same time, I'm happy with what I've done. And it really makes me remember also that life isn't about our accomplishments. Life isn't about even doing the things that I might consider things that I want to do in the next 40 years. Like, life really is about loving and being loved. And so there's nothing that I need to do. And yet there's certainly things that I could do as I seek to be an encouragement to other people and seek to help others and love others. There are so many possibilities of ways that we can do that. And I feel like in my 40s now, for the last few years anyway, I'm just now realizing in some ways how the possibilities truly are endless in terms of the things that we can do in this life. Now, obviously, not endless in the sense of eternal endlessness. I mean, there's certainly a finite number of things that could be done in a sense. But in one lifetime, as far as what one person can experience, there's so many possibilities. And what we do really is up to us. Like, I just want to encourage you, like, no matter what your position in life is, financial position, disabilities position, capabilities, all that kind of stuff, no matter where you find yourself in life, you truly do have so many possibilities. Like, I think of Raylan also in terms of like what she can and can't do in terms of like loving and being loved. Yes, the way that she can express these things and what she can do with her hands or her body are certainly limited in that regard, and yet with her eye gaze and with her just expressions and with her attitudes, she really can in so many ways make an impact on the world around her. I just want to encourage you through all this. I just want to say, don't limit yourself in terms of what you can or can't do because of your mindset, because we really do have an impact, and we really can see this life as a beautiful expression of possibilities and love and opportunities. And yeah, just consider life a gift. I guess that's what I'm coming down to. Just consider life to be this beautiful, precious gift, and make the most of it. I mean, I know that's so cliche to say, but don't waste it. Be thankful for the gift of life and seek to use it to love people and to experience the love of others as often as you can, because that's the purpose, loving and being loved. And when we realize that is the purpose, there really is hope and joy no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, whether you have limitations in life or whether you're 44 years old and thinking through and contemplating the rest of your life. You really can have hope and joy no matter what, even if life seems hopeless, right? Anyway, just wanted to share these thoughts real quick. Ramblings from a middle-aged man. Hope you're doing well. God bless you, and we'll see you again next time.
Take me anywhere that you